But sometimes when I look into those broken frames, I'd see awful things. I seen a very dark vision. And the only light I could see was coming out of a trap door that was being held open. And as I approached it to see what was holding that door open, I saw George Floyd.
George Floyd!
I saw Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor!
And I saw Phil Quinn.
Phil Quinn!
My name is Mike Forcia, Chairman of the American Indian Movement Twin Cities. I came about this project by meeting Karthik Pandian. He approached me one night at a homeless camp. He asked if he could sit by the fire. I asked him who he was, and he had sent me a letter in June that I don't recall. And he asked me, "Are you Mike Forcia?" And he hopped off a plane from Boston, came to Minneapolis, was going to some friend's house, and it just so happened the first person he met in Minneapolis was me. And ever since then, we've been working together. And so it was quite magical how we met. The project is about initially the takedown of the Columbus statue in St. Paul. But because we are in such perilous times, this project has been extended to the Seven Fires prophecy and to what happens next. So on June 9th, I was looking at Facebook and I seen a post that someone had planned to remove the Columbus statue under the cover of darkness. And I understand why people do that is because they don't want the notoriety, they don't want the financial cost, they don't want the legal ramifications. And so I understand that. But the statue in St. Paul, we've been protesting that for so many years. And for that statue to come down in the middle of the night was not acceptable. It went up in broad daylight, it had to come down in broad daylight, so these conversations that have happened would have happened, and they wouldn't have happened if it would have been come down in the middle of the night. So I made a Facebook post. I called the governor, lieutenant governor, the mayor's office. I invited them to the removal of the statue. I set it up for 5:00 p.m. so it would be on the news. And so yeah, we went through with it and it turned out perfect. It turned out beautiful. And everything since has been amazing. My role is a consultant, and we have an actor playing myself, and we have some dancers. And yeah, I'll interject, periodically here and there, but we want to commemorate that statue removal, and we want to do it with song and dance and movement, and we want to celebrate and we want to have fun. We all have to come together. All people have to come together because the catastrophic calamity that is ahead of us is unimaginable what's going to happen. And we have to be prepared and we have to be ready, and that's what we have to do now, is prepare for the future. Right now we're talking about the past and things that have happened in the past. And you have to get to the truth before you can reconciliate. And so that's where we are. We're right at the fork in the road, and it's time to make some moves.